on the line here for LCK. They could just taste it. But you still got to play at least one more map. You got to come in here. You still got to continue playing as well as you have been. And, you know, when it comes to the flow of the map picks and stuff, this is LCK's second map pick. I mean, there are only 3 left. So, you know, you're getting down to the maps that everybody's going to have, you know, a decent amount of play. There's not going to be a big map advantage, I would say, to either side when it does come to this one. As surely LAZARUS should be at least a bit confident on this one.
Yep.
So excited to see what does come through. LAZARUS did have a nice little break to kind of cool down and say, okay, well, this hasn't gone well. Let's take it one game at a time. And I'm hoping that they can kind of step it up here and give us some competition for LCK that have been certainly elevating the level of play.
Yeah, we can see on the map now, Lionclaw sitting deep in that A long. But no one is looking to make a move over there, as it looks as though B might be the play. Vise and Loons down in the waterways as Manison does start to make his way through that storage area. And here we go, Jin. Manison first to break through. Find no resistance, they just walk in, but Dezane and Dane on the corners there, they get 2. Flex gets 1, Flex makes it 2, and 40 picks up big double kills. 40 playing out of his mind, but he cannot do it alone as LCK, they draw first blood.
Yeah, pretty simple for them. You know, they had a decent stack on the B side, but it wasn't like a overstack or anything like that. There's pretty standard, you know, a guy in the doors, a guy behind the box, right? The entry from Manison and Vise immediately got shut down. That was the biggest thing. Like, they just got no shots even. Just taken out before they could do anything as Flex. Ooh, that pistol shot did so much damage to Loons as it pops him in the head. And he is going to get some help from Dezane here to take out Loons, who was all by his lonesome, just trying to take a 1v1 out here on A long.
Yeah, and I mean, being out all on your own is not particularly good when you're not playing that well. Loons is 0-2 on this map. He was okay in a couple of the others. He gets a couple big spray transfers, but being one-on-one when everyone is still up is not good. And then, you know, you just have someone wrap down that A long and suddenly it's a 2-1, but everyone's going to reach through here as Real does get picked off immediately. He did have a little bit of a window of opportunity to deal a bit more damage than he did, but didn't seize that opportunity as Lionclaw in a very tricky spot here. Does not get anyone. Now he does get Manison down, switches to the pistol, starts just paling it through the smoke. And Vise sitting there trying to plant the bomb, does take a massive hit from that grenade.
Yeah, at least he is able to get this planted. There is Flex who's wrapping all the way around. That's going to be very important here as we are going to spot this one. So it's 40 up against Flex in the sniper duel. Just to try to stop this defense. LCK with a flash over the top, and they come through the doors. Dane gets the 1, Flex gets 40, and now the defuse did start. Still 14 seconds left. They got to take out Jin first, and Dane will be able to take him out and make this yet another round over to LCK.
Yeah, LCK have started all 3 maps with the first 2 round victories. And yeah, LAZARUS just, they don't seem to have come to play quite yet. They need to turn it up sooner rather than later because they are facing elimination. Well, they'll be going to the 3rd, 4th place match, but facing elimination from today, they will be kicking themselves if they don't win this one.
Flex is just running out of the smoke. Pretty aggressive. He's going to win that duel against Loon, so he does get some nice value. But at the same time, his team is very much lacking over on the B site, so LAZARUS do get this free entry onto the site.
Yeah, but they do have plenty of time. Even if the C4 comes down, they're going to be able to get these long wraparounds, as it is Flex here looking to 40. But look at that. That's why you need extra people as Jin starts to rotate to try and help his buddy out, as Flex is completely focused on 40 here. He does get him down as Jin gets Dezane. And then Flex needs to look up through these stairs. And, oh, Dane is down on the back. So Jin, Vise clips Flex there just enough to take it back. And it's like we're running each map on repeat, isn't it? 2-1 after 3 rounds.
Yeah. It has been the way it has been going, but it tells a very important pattern, as you mentioned. LCK come out strong. They're very consistent in their play, whereas LAZARUS just a bit slow, you know, a little bit slow to get it started. like an engine out in the cold. Once it does get started, they have some decent stuff, but LCK have been zooming ahead of them so far. And Lazarus, a lot of focus here on the B side. Just very consistent pushes on to B. I'll be curious to see if they do try anything else, especially with the strength of 40. You could attempt to go into A, you know, get some sniper duels in there. But so far, they have been just holding on to their B side strategies.
Dane just showed a little bit too much as 40 gets him down, but Flex gets Vize in return, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. And not a bad trade. Vize is down. 40 is actually very, very low as well. So just a little flick on him will be enough to finish him out. And 40 has been a very important player for Lazarus today. Has been the one player who has turned on all 3 maps. So playing very slow. This is one of the slowest Blackwidow maps I think I've seen from both of these teams.
Lineclaw's got a good position here. Pretty standard one. Let's see if Lazarus can break this. As Dezane is nearby, and there it is. Headshot nice from Jin. Dezane waiting to see if he can catch anyone from Catwalk. That was not a very good position, actually. He's just going to get isolated and shot ahead. Flex does get the snipe underneath. He's actually able to do a nice amount of damage to Jin as well, and it's going to make them second guess this push onto A.
Yeah, and any delay is a good delay if you are LCK. You do have Jin going all the way around. He's going to push up through center, but Madison gets Flex, so Real is all alone here. Jin is just in front of him. He doesn't see him. Jin knows Real is there. And Lazarus get another, and for the first 4 rounds, it has been exactly the same. 2 to LCK, 2 to Lazarus.
Yeah. Ankara is where it began to go into the favor of LCK a bit quicker compared to Eagle Eye, where Lazarus got 4 in a row after the beginning. And I'm like, okay, the universe makes sense. Lazarus are going to come back. You know, they're the favorites. Well, how wrong I was. LCK just playing the better crossfire so far. And Lazarus, they've kind of gone back in their shell. And it's worked out. You know, they did take the last couple of rounds. They've slowed things down here. They're not really going for this very fast pushes. The entries, I would say, from Madison and Vize, not quite the same level as yesterday. So maybe they're just trying to play towards where they're feeling comfortable today, which is let 40 kill everybody.
Yeah, let 40 do his job, support 40.
40 go kill.
I mean, Jin is 5-2 right now. I mean, that's pretty
true,
pretty tight, but 40 is 4-4. So for someone on a sniper, 4-4 is pretty tight. Vize is going to be the man going first. Dezane is waiting patiently here. Peeks out around the corner, sees it coming. Grenades in to cover off the angles, just to slow it down a little bit so the rest of his team can rotate in. They're going to do it. It's all going up on that catwalk as 40 gets Dezane, but Dane, he takes down Madison. And Vize gets Real. That's a big pickup of Dane. And Lionclaw, they get 2 kills going their way. Lionclaw makes it a double. And just like that, it is against 1. But Loons has been thriving in this situation. He gets Dane, does relocate, but he has nothing left in the tank, and Flex just pistols him down, even if he had a grenade cooked in his hand. And it's a 2, but it's 3-2.
Yeah, pretty nicely done there from LCK. This time around, you saw that Dezane wasn't kind of caught off guard. He was very ready, flash in hand. The second the push comes in, delays, buys time for the team to rotate over. Dane's right there, holds his ground behind the satellite truck, and buys even more time. So very nicely done there this time on the defense of A from LCK. And that's going to be important, especially because Lazarus starting off with 3 beat pushes, essentially. I think if you can continue to try to play into that mental game of like, hey, you probably shouldn't come into A, then you kind of pigeonhole Lazarus into a certain type of play.
Absolutely. Well, they might not be pigeonholed quite yet, but it does look as though it might be another A push that hasn't really worked out for them all too much. Coming up soon as they are going to make their way towards the catwalk. Madison, first man in, looking at the catwalk. Nothing in front of him. But look where LCK are positioned. They're just going to be able to completely put up the wall here, I think. You got Flex wrapping around here. Is he going to get anything done? No, Dane actually gets the first kill here on Vice, and he makes it a double up. Madison with a very quick scope as Lionclaw takes out 40, but Loons doing what Loons does best. He picks up a big double kill to try and keep his team in this one. It is a 3v2. It is Jin and Loons against Real Dezane and Flex.
Yeah, some pretty excellent stuff. I mean, this is what I was talking about. Like, LCK, read the play. They say, okay, you shouldn't go into A. And they're just so ready for it. And Dane is having some really huge shots on the defense. Very aggressive to actually poke out there and get that second shot before going down. Really good stuff. As Flex is pushed all the way out of B. So he's going to know he has 2 guys on A. If this goes into B, he'll be ready to come in swiftly into storage and kind of isolate them. But Jin and Loons just pushing in from Catwalk and mid. Interesting duo push you don't see all the time, and now it's just all up to Jin. He does not have the C4, and he only has 10 seconds left.
Yeah, probably going to run out of time, but he's going to take a few with him before he goes down. Real does finish it off with 3 seconds remaining, and LCK give themselves a little bit of breathing room. It is 4-2.
Yeah, pretty insane stuff. I mean, LCK just looks so solid today. It is crazy. And now Flex, I mean, this guy, he's the leader of the team. He's been around forever, and he is putting the team on his back right now. He just doesn't give it to him as Lionclaw. He's like, I want some kills too. Please, Flex, like, let me get some kills. Flex says no. As well, Lionclaw does a good job there behind the box, and they're just going to totally flatten Lazarus here on this push onto B. Lazarus finding no room on this map.
Yeah, it's almost like it's 5 against 10 right now with the way that LCK are playing. They are just... It's almost as if they're reading the playbook of Lazarus as Dane and Flex pick up 2 very early kills on Madison and Jin. And as I was saying, it looks as though they've read the playbook. They read it again.
Yeah, you can feel the frustration from Lazarus. They're trying to play fast and loose now. And they're just getting killed left and right by LCK. Down they will go, 6-2 already. This Blackwidow is being shut down here by LCK. Lazarus just have not found an answer yet. Still waiting for it.
They are indeed, and I think we need to stop underestimating this LCK team. They are playing fantastically right now, and they are all set up on A. So a minor, an irregular misstep, one could say, that they don't read the exact plays that Lazarus are looking for, but they are now splitting back up into that 2-1-2 that you generally see when you're not sure what's going on. And it's a very good setup. The 2-1-2 is a very strong defensive positioning.
Yeah, you see 40 has been let loose out there on a long. It's kind of what I was hoping they would do, just try to allow him to maybe find some picks early on. Not going to happen, though, because LCK, they say, don't really need to peek you here. And that they won't. Here's Flex, though. Very aggressive out of here. Doesn't know that Madison is right there, and he's still going to kill him. Jumps out the door, picks up another one. What has gotten into this guy? It's 15 kills.
Whatever it is, like, he needs to start sharing the wealth. Like, 15 and 6 at this point, but Dane is 9 and 5 as well. Like, even when Flex goes down, the rest of the team are just picking up the slack, which the same cannot be said on the side of Lazarus right now. Once, you know, 40 goes down, it all starts to kind of just fall apart. He's still up now, though, so he does have a chance to make his mark. Loons as well has been doing wonders for the team, trying to keep them in, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. When it's 1 versus 3, a double kill is just not enough.
Yeah, you really need to take a big chunk. I'd like to see these 3 last members of Lazarus just make a strong push on a B. Maybe you can get some pickoffs as you're going in. But Lionclaw also has been solid playing that box position here on the left. Pops out, immediate headshot, gets the 1. They have the crossfire. 40 does get that pick onto Real, though. Make this a little bit easier, but the Zane is just there. Picks up 2, and now it's 7-2 in favor of LCK. They're 3 rounds away from moving on to the next level.
7-2. I mean, we generally do not see a scoreline like this against a team like Lazarus. I mean, this is just one-way traffic so far. We're going to have to see if the side switch with LCK now playing the blacklist, if that's going to help Lazarus out to try and keep it in. But look at this bum rush here. Rio gets one. Dezane, though, he gets two. Sorry, Jin actually takes out Rio, but Vice does get Dezane down with a grenade. So it is a 3v3 as Madison goes down as well to Dane with a sniper at the back of this. And I mean, oh, this is all going horribly wrong for Lazarus. Flex does get 40 down, and Vi's last man standing is kind of in the middle of nowhere. He's kind of isolated from everything and everyone. He's going to try to make his way through Waterway, but is going to find Dane, who is holding the storage here. Vi's tries to take a bit of a peek and doesn't get it. Dane pistols him down, and LCK continue this onslaught. It is 8-2.
Yeah, very quick push through storage, and they hop through the window, and I was kind of surprised that Lazarus wasn't able to just mow them down. The shot's just not hitting, and LCK on their entries, very clean. Dezane gets in there and takes the two of them out, and once you get 3v3 and you have control of B, immediately goes in Blacklist's favor, as now Real just moving down catwalk. The confidence from this team, they're just taking names right now. They're taking sites, although Jin and Vi's gonna hold on to it. Vi staying alive.
So 2 against 3. Dane and Dezane are looking to get things done. Dezane does get one. Dane actually gets Vi's down as well. And now it's a 2v1, just like that, the turn of a hat. And LCK, they pick up another win here. What can stop them when they're playing like this?
Well, it's certainly not Lazarus today, and LCK will not be stopped at this point in time. It's at least extra rounds, but I have a feeling this might just be a quick 10-2 because, well, 40's gonna stop me in my tracks. Let's see if Lazarus can actually make a hold here, as LCK, they're not wasting any time, and they're just running and gunning and trying to take them out as quickly as they possibly can. So they have taken control of the A site here. You see that Lazarus is going to have to push through smoke if they want to try to defuse this one.
Yeah, and it looks as though they are going to be coming up over through that catwalk. And, you know, this is a particularly dangerous situation because LCK, they're embedded into this site right now. They have every angle covered off. We have 40 trying to make his way from the back, and Dezane, Lionclaw might actually pay the price. He turns around and just slaps 40 out of the map. Dezane picks up a double kill, and LCK in spectacular, dominant fashion, clean that one up.
Well, that was